So, hi everyone, welcome to Mediumship Monday. My hair's giving it big licks again. I literally just took the rollers out, so we're rolling with it. Right, so okay, so this is for Mediumship Monday, and also when I do Mediumship Monday, it's just as it sounds. My intention is to be a vessel for the loved ones of spirit, but again, they just talk through me all the time. That happens to me every day. I'd just like to home in on a little bit more space for it. Wait a minute, I'm going to shut the door. It's just always my luck that whenever I leave the door, which isn't a lot when I'm filming, it's always when a neighbour seems to be like coming back or going away, and then I always hear them like stopping to listen. Like, anyway, so yeah, basically I'm getting ready to go somewhere, so I think I'm actually going to film Monday before Sunday, confusingly, because I'm basically ready. So yeah, if I've got time, I'm gonna record Sunday after, so that might be quite confusing. But again, it's like timeline jumping, isn't it? That's what I'm about. So past, present, future, Akashic Records, and that brings me on to my intro. My name's Claire, not Crystal. Easy mistake. And everything, and everyone else knows that. That's just for the new people. Everything I do is channeling, clearing, healing energy. The clearing part meaning I clear energy, manipulation, spell work, black magic, because it's all just the same thing. Witchcraft is manipulation. It's all, if you're, if you're doing all of that, it's just the same. If you're trying to cause trouble in people's lives, that's what that is. And the clear also means I'm making it clear for people. So that, unfortunately, because it gets draining, means that at least somewhere in the week there'll be messages coming through, if it's happening, which it always is, about look out, like someone's about to stab you in the back, kind of vibes. It's not always that intense, but it can be, because I've got my Pluto conjunct Scorpio rising. They give me the intense stuff, so I don't normally explain it like that, but that's the way they got me explain it. I'm actually just going to have a wee glimpse at what the astrology is. Wait a minute. Right, so before I forget, we're in Capricorn moon in the morning on the Monday, and then we go into Aquarius moon in the afternoon in UK time anyway, so you can check for your time. So that's expect unexpected, and so what that means is the God, this is testing my maths. At some point, the Capricorn moon is gonna. That might actually be right now though. So I'll talk about that. It's good to talk about it. Yeah, that's near enough going to be today, so I'll talk about that in the next one. Confusingly. But actually, I'll just say it now. What I was thinking there is the moon will be opposite Mars, because Mars is in Cancer and the moon's in Capricorn. They're opposite signs. So that would be like, Mars is action, anger, taking action, anger, assertiveness. There's loads of other things too, passion. But being in Cancer is kind of like sleepy, cuddly, nurturing. Shadow side could be manipulation though. But opposite the moon rules Cancer, moon in Capricorn. Yeah, there can be friction there with taking action, your feelings, all that kind of stuff, just simplifying it. But you can use it to do something good, you know what I mean? But anyway, we're past by the time you watch this. And but when the moon moves into Pluto in the early degrees of Aquarius, the moon will be conjunct Pluto at some point. And right enough, because I've already filmed the shorts up until Monday, I felt the energy. It was intense. There was definitely intense endings going on for this day, it felt like. So okay, that could be endings in any area of life. Hopefully not every area of life. So anyway, let's just crack on with this. So keeping in mind galactic energy, and I've got cards that look so. Oh, I feel like I'm going to talk about that in the Sunday one, but if I talk about it here, so basically I woke up this morning and it's like I was hearing my guide say, like, it's like we're an avatar, So, and I remember watching that when I was wee. I haven't watched it since then. I really want to watch it again so that I could watch the newer one that only came out like last year, the year before or something. But yeah, I remember enough about it, and I remember I really got it. Like I love romance and stuff. So it's like, but it's more just the thank Christ to what I'm here to do, my calling. But anyway, but again, even I get sick of it. You can see that's why again I'm having a little break. So I'm just going away. It's not a spa weekend. I'm going away for a spa couple of days. So, and it's not as fancy as it sounds. It's just yeah, just get a wee break and get some wee walks in nature and stuff. So what was I gonna? It's nice to get a break anyway, eh? Do you know what I mean? Like I'm easily impressed. I'm not that. It depends. That's got something to do with this. It depends which way you look at it. Like I feel on the twin flame journey, right? Because sometimes look like, the masculine's being asked to do all these like amazing things, like jump through hoops to be ready for a feminine, for an empress. But actually, it's, I don't view it like that. It's just like for everyone, but I suppose for me personally, like even if I wasn't on the twin flame journey, like I just expect the same amount of loyalty back, and the same amount of love. And although when I've had other people read my charts, like it's like people have said that, like I've, whether it's a medium or other astrologers, I've always sort of said things to me like, like that was years ago. I think that was a medium had said that to me. Like it's kind of impossible for people to match the level of love that I actually give out, and I do get that. It's because I work with like Mary Magdalene and I was going to say Mother Mary there first, like miracles and Jesus energy, and like other like energies too. But because I bring in that kind of energy, it's like, you know what I mean. It is quite toppling, but yeah, it's teaching people it's not too much to ask for somebody to match your respect. You know what I mean, and the love that you give, and not just in romantic relationships and friendships too, friendship, family. I'm a big one on that. You know what I mean? It's not just because like somebody's family, it doesn't mean that like, they get off the hook and they can treat you however, Lord knows my family get told if that ever happens to me too. But you know what I mean? It's true. Like when you unconditionally love yourself, as I do, and that energy, it's taken a long time for me to get like this. Yeah, that could look quite strict and scary to some people, but that is having boundaries, and that is loving yourself and not just letting anyone sort of have access to you that's going to mistreat you. You know what I mean? And again, anyone in your life. So again, that's just the guides and God bringing that through. So what have we got for these wee bits of paper? And I'm going to put a timer on because I did want to be able to film. Oh, I'm not really thinking this through because it's fine. 50 minutes. Oh, wait a minute. Right, while I'm waiting on that text back, a wee bit of homework, because this is going out on the Monday night or Monday afternoon some point. Oh, I've just noticed I haven't turned those wee battery lights off. But that's interesting, the lights I'm looking at, because they're really starting to fade, that's why I haven't noticed. It's, actually I'll show you, wait a minute. Maybe they want it for the thumbnail. I don't know, wait a minute. I don't know what's trying to write me. Yeah, I'll be back to work tomorrow on the Tuesday as you're watching this. But I've got a tea time client, which is enough for me. And yeah, that's enough to ease me in gently. So I should have sessions open for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday if you're looking for a Zoom there. So just to get the housekeeping over. Right, so what are we going to talk about? This is going to be a very, very quick Mediumship Monday, but at least you've got something. I really thought I'd already filmed something, but when I looked, I'd stopped at Sunday, because remember I filmed them all in a row, so I was kind of losing energy towards the end. So what have we got? Channeled astrology. Well, already told you a wee bit of the astrology there, and of course, we're building up to the biggest really thing for me is we're building up to the new moon solar eclipse in Aries on the 29th. So that's going to be really powerful. I know that's a big one for me because I've got, well, I am in Aries and I've got my Venus in Aries, and with Venus Mercury retrograde right now, it is, it's not going to be boring anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's quite funny. Like I was going to say, so far it has been kind of boring for me, but it's like it's not, like, because it's just been boring like in the love life department, but like which it always fucking is. But it's like it's, yeah, other things to do with Venus. Do you know what I mean? Like doing things for me, like self-love sort of stuff, and like even like what I'm saying, like I'm going away for a couple of nights, and there's a hot tub outside and stuff. I don't know if I'm not a big swimmer and all that kind of jazz, but it's just nice, and it's quite funny. I thought about it, I was like, oh my god, that's like totally, like I did say, like I remember, that's what's weird, lack of these I remember channeling on the shores that I did feel I was going to be having like a spa day or, you know, like even just going for treat, like around this time. Like I can't explain what I mean, but like, because I filmed them a month ago, I remember, so I wouldn't be surprised if I'd, well, I've only filmed them up until Monday and I haven't said anything like that, but I remember just feeling that. So, and the way it came about was quite serendipitous. So last minute. So yeah. And yeah, and I'm really looking forward to catching up with my bestie as well. So that'll be really lovely. What else? Chakra healing colour. We ain't got time for that, but shadow work. Well, just fuck a bits of paper today. So I got so talking to Avatar, like I said, that's how I was hearing it in my head. It's like we're in the real life Avatar right now, and look at the front of that book. That really is giving Avatar, isn't it? And then the clip that they guided me to, I was laughing because it's like the male like being isn't in his, but the physical man isn't in the avatar basically, or however you call it. And so she's like, wake up, because they're about to get crushed. And I was like, my God, isn't that very symbolic of the twin flame journey? Like, I need you, wake up at my twin flames numbers. Absolutely hilarious how they do that. You know, it's like the masculine being spiritually asleep and feeling like, I'm sure there's something I'm meant to be doing. Like, you know what I mean? And the feminine needs protection. Do you know what I mean? It's God, it was really quite funny. They guided me to that clip. But anyway, so as I've not got a lot of time, let's just, like I said, it's not a usual mediumship Monday. I looked at 11:44 there too. Could you just give me a card for the divine feminine and the masculine's feminine side? The divine director. Trust the process. Create space for divine order to unfold. Okay, so let's quickly read this. And talking the last minute, I was getting, they're helping me because I'm in a hurry. I've just basically just got this yesterday because it was in the sale, and it's got Joan of Arc, it's got Mary Magdalene, it's got all my really close guides. And Joan of Arc, I actually have got a couple of decks of her in it. I don't know where any of them are, to be honest, right now, but yeah, I like I think it was the Mary Magdalene Jesus cards in this deck spoke to me. The Divine Director is an advanced cosmic light being from the heart of Source who dedicated to helping and all our inhabitants align with divine purpose. He is one of the most elusive divine masters, part extraterrestrial, part angel. He can take many forms, but in most cases looks like a character from Star Trek or Avatar. He works closely with the angels to ensure they're fulfilling their duties, helping the humans. They're charged with protecting them. Basically, the point was, when I think my guys were telling, well, I feel my guys were telling me that because it was like, if it doesn't feel like that to you now, that's what it's going to start feeling like. And especially because this is for an Aquarius moon, and with Pluto and Aquarius, like for the best part of 20 years, it is going to start getting really galactic. And I mean, I'm very galactic anyway. My galactic side comes out more in the Aquarius energy and Aquarius moon. But because, like, you know, I've got, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, my third house goes over Capricorn, but it also goes a bit over Aquarius. And it's like, yeah, I can really sort of tap into that. It's basically, we are becoming a different type of human. That is the way they were saying it to me this morning. And I know what that means. I know that most of you know what it means. And if you don't know what it means, you'll kind of get what it means over time. Our energy is changing basically. And so if you're disappearing to people on an emotional level, cognitive level, you know, people just aren't getting you like they used to. The people, your friends and family, and you know, it can be really sad and disheartening, and that's why you'll want to spend more time alone. But it's happened to quite a lot of us, so that's why I'm being guided to say that. Wait a minute. Right, that's great. So you're being guided to stop trying to micromanage the universe. Sometimes events are beyond human comprehension. Look at what I was saying. Like what I'm saying. I can't actually help if it's beyond your human comprehension, whoever you are out there, male or female, twin flame or otherwise. But that is the message that's come through. I love it. So, but I know that a lot of you do get it. So details of your life may be holding you back rather than taking you forward. When the divine director comes to you, you'll be invited to trust that there's a process behind what's unfolding. So remember, this is for divine feminine. So divine feminine, if you're stuck in what the fuck is going on? Like, this is not how I saw my life going at this age or at this, you know, this year. Like, you know, it all feels really weird. just think of those analogies of like the Matrix rays waking up, or Avatar, or if it's not you that's going through that, or a deeper level of it. Because again, that's what's weird. Like, I had my awakening, like, I was thinking about this. I always put down my big dark night of soul to, like, again, I can never pinpoint it, like 2016, but it was really like definitely 2014. But then I can go right back, like, basically, I can go right back to 2010 when I had a huge big twin flame activation. And I was basically going through hell from like then onward. At least I can laugh about it, do you know what I mean? And I definitely felt the big shift in the Mayan timeline in 2012. I was holding like a rose quartz crystal and a clear crystal, like feeling the shift on the earth. Like, I knew it wasn't ending, I knew it was a shift. So, you know what I mean? It's just, I was just so private about all that stuff back then. Like, I didn't have public social media, and I wasn't even telling like my best friends I was extremely close with. You know what I mean? I was just doing that stuff myself. Like, I was guided to do that. So I'm sharing that because I feel some of you are still like that now. But if you're new around here, I have been working with the public for the best part of 10 years now. Majority of it being on the other platforms that I can't stand now. I ditched them a long time ago, and then I noticed other people years after me ditching it, and now I'm noticing other people online saying, "Oh yeah, I've just done away with fuckbook and Insta scam and whatever." It's all just about, "Oh, look at me, look at me." And what I was just to find anyway is people are that fickle that whenever there was a really good picture of someone, like one of my pals or that, or me, it would always be ones that didn't actually get that many like likes and stuff like that. And it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Or you get the other versions of like people that have got like ridiculous amounts of pals, and it's like, "Oh my god, you look gorgeous, Han. Oh my god, you look amazing." And it's like, "Oh really? Because I heard you gossiping about her in the toilets in a club last week." Do you know what I mean? It's like it's one or the other. But what I'm saying is, like, it was always like, objectively you can be like, "I actually know that I do look really good," and like, you know what I mean? And it's just kind of like people are just so fucking jealous. You know what I mean? Like, I could see it with others, and I could see it with myself too. That's why I just basically, I'm not actually really about putting pictures and that up, and like that's why I'm not bothered about in the comments on. But think about when you're really in your ego and you need that. You need loads of people to be like, "Oh my god, you're gorgeous," or "Oh, you look really good," or "I like this," or "I like that." Fuck that. Fucking get ready for yourself. Women out there, or men, whether you've got your makeup on or not, whatever you're wearing, like, just fucking dress for yourself. Do it for you. Who gives a fuck what other people think? If other people think you look good, great. I'd go one step further. If you're in a relationship, especially if you've got certain like Venus placements, or basically wherever somebody lands in your house, I can think of loads of astrological placements where it's like, it would be like this inner desire that you always have to look good. Like, for instance, I do know that about, like, we'll cross that bridge if I ever come to it, which I feel I will at some point. That me and my twin flame have got that thing. Like, it's a bit of pressure that you always feel like you want to look your best, and it's going back and forwards both the same way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would feel that about me, and he would feel that about him. So, but it's not practical, is it? Like, sometimes you just look like shit, and you want to look like shit. You just, nobody wants to look like shit, but you don't care. Do you know what I mean? So you want to cut about your jammies or your comfy clothes, and no give a fuck. And that's why even those of you that are in relationships and stuff, you have to kind of get comfortable with that. You know what I mean? And just, nobody needs to be perfect all the time. Or looking your best. That must be something that, like, maybe that must be relevant to whoever needs to hear it. In order for the next step to be revealed to you, you're encouraged to address the aspects of your life that you've overlooked. For when you do so, you allow the energetic wheels of the universe to take you forward. So that was for Divine Feminine, but that's also how the masculine feels. And it felt like it was going more into how the masculine feels. Like, I don't know, feeling like you need to be perfect, but it could equally be the Divine Feminines out there. So let's see. You know what? Being totally honest, that would be my past self. Like, I would always be wanting to look my best if I knew I was going to bump into him. But now I can't really comment too much on it because I haven't seen him for so long. But do you know what I mean? It's like, it's just not, you can't upkeep that. You know what I mean? Just unconditionally love and accept yourself. Sorry, I'm just not being rude, guys, but just texting that. Right, okay. So, what have we got for the masculine? I might not have time to film the Sunday now, so But you already got one for Sunday. I just released it late last night on the Saturday. What have we got for the Divine Masculine? Oh, Isis, one of my main guides. And then look, yeah, so that's them just again, because it's just God and the guide speaking through me. We know how this goes by now. And if I wasn't such a hurry, it'd be your loved ones in spirit too, although they don't always pop in. Trust the process, Divine Masculine as well. Create space for Divine Order to unfold. So exactly what I just said. And so Goddess Isis and Osiris are, you know, as far as I'm concerned, like the ultimate twin flames. You know, Isis, you know, helping with the soul retrieval. And again, so that's why, and again, lately, I mean, I am usually wearing always some kind of ink. Because that's the thing, right? You know, if you watch other twin flame people, you know all the gold ink, like the big gold ink things that people have got? I actually got that years ago, like long before any of these other big channels. I've noticed like I've seen like 4 different ones have that now. Like they've got it in the shot somewhere or they'll hold that up and stuff. And it's nobody actually, I don't watch any of these channels anymore. I just see it in their thumbnails. But it's quite interesting, and that's just like, you know, that's just an observation with this being Aquarius moon, that I'm always ahead of the trends. Because like, you know what I mean, I could prove it because like if you go back and look at my thumbnails, like when I do all the ones with just my hands, it's always in the shot. So it's quite interesting, isn't it, that it's like, you know, other people must have, I don't know, jumped on the bandwagon, and I doubt it's going to be, well, it's not entirely impossible that they haven't, like, because like I said, my views aren't real, they lie about my views, but whatever. It's all I know is when I had that in my thumbnails, because I'm going to start filming again through there basically, because this is the time of year I get back through there. Yeah, there was nobody else. Like literally, I saw nobody else with that in the shot, and that's what I liked. It was quite unique. So now it's kind of ruined it a bit that all these other people have that big gold ink in the shot. So anyway, whatever. But reclaiming magic, call back your power and what is rightfully yours. So yeah, the masculine's reclaiming their energy, soul retrieval. So you're either doing that through just empowering yourself in different kinds of ways, coaches, therapists, or you could be finding an actual shaman like myself. And again, the way that I mean, because everything I do is soul retrieval, that is my speciality. But like I say all the time, I do the soul retrieval in my own way, and it's, yeah, the proof's in the pudding. You know, people always do feel fully empowered after they talk to me. Right, so what have we got here? But yeah, the whole point of that is people with strong Aquarius like to be different and they're trendsetters. And because I've got Uranus planet that rules Aquarius conjunct my moon, I always teach while I'm going, if you're new. That's the point, that because it's like now it's like a bit samey and it just looks like everyone's jumping on the bandwagon. Like it could be that like one of them is copying one of them. You know, that is what it'll be. But all I know is when I had that on the table, there was none of them had that. So you know what I mean? So it's just maybe you're a seer like me in that way too. You see way in the future. Because like I said, there is a trend even with that, with what I just said. So that's obviously the guides are really wanting to sort of say that through me is I've been on this journey a very long time, and I know that some of you tuning into me have been on this journey a very long time. And yeah, that's just it. I'm talking the old souls. So welcome, old souls. You know, we're not here for everyone. It's like I found this girl recently, and she's just brilliant. And it's like I said, always keep it anonymous, but because there's loads of people. I mean, I'll say that I'd be sitting here all day, but there's loads of women that I love, and there's loads of guys on YouTube, and that's what I mean. I can even really love people, and I don't watch them anymore. But there was one new person I found recently, and I love that she just sort of says, like, you know, this is just for a few select people that are going to find it, and that's the way I want it. And that's, you know, that's what I'm like too. Like, I am meant to speak to a lot more people in this, and I know that, and I get told that in every single healing reading I've had over the past fuck knows how many years, long before I was being, you know, talking about twin flames and everything. But it homed in even more than that. But I get very easily overwhelmed. So I've always known I was going to need to sort of tackle that when I come to it. Do you know what I mean? So, and yeah, I've got admiration for people that can manage like the big groups of people and stuff. But yeah, I like it how it is around here because we don't have any of that people thinking they're a twin flame and they're actually not, jazz. We might have some of you that are a true twin flame, but you've got mixed up who your twin flame is. and that's what will help you with. But we don't have people that are going on about somebody being a twin flame, and it's like they're not even a twin flame themselves, you know what I mean? Like, kind of desperate to be in the gang, it feels like, you know, and it's not actually an easy journey at all out there, people that aren't twin flames. If you're not one, think yourself fucking lucky, but it's a beautiful journey too. Anyway, let's go on with this. So, reclaiming magic. This is a masculine's, but also divine feminine's masculine side, your boundaries, you know, action taking, all that, decision making. Call back your power and what is rightfully yours. Isis is one of the foremost goddesses of ancient Egypt. She's a high priestess, goddess, and mother figure all in one, associated with the energies of the moon, magic, love, conquering the underworld. Through her life experiences, and I've dropped it on the floor, connections and understanding of magical forces, she has wisdom over it. That means something. I did just drop the card on the floor, but you might feel like you're on the floor right now, or you might feel like you've had to stand, you know, fall down 7, stand up 8. Like, you could be exhausted again. Like, note that I am having a spa couple of days to myself. Isis is a keeper of magical energy. She's dedicated to helping those who feel called to connect with the magic within. She helps us to see the magic isn't something that comes to us, but an energy we awaken within. She's particularly drawn to those stepping in and honouring the divine feminine, and those who are reclaiming aspects of themselves or their power that have been left behind. So again, this is about the masculine reclaiming their power and healing the trauma, which is basically what soul retrieval is. You're healing the trauma of the past and bringing back those parts of your soul. And this is really beautiful because obviously I always keep things anonymous, but I literally had a conversation like this very recently with a male, actually, that, you know, because it's like, you know, it's just basically that's what soul retrieval is healing the parts of your past. Like, so basically I am a shaman that does soul retrieval, but in my own way, but I also heal like past lives and something. And basically the majority, like I said, that if you know, you'll know this if you've done work with me, this, especially if you're a bit scared of doing a session with me, right, please don't be. I get the kettle on, I get a cup of tea, I sit comfy on the couch like you're seeing me now, and it's very, it feels very informal, you know, like for me and for you. It's just I do a bit of housekeeping at the start to tell you how I work, and I do a little clearing. You know, I'll get you to close your eyes just to ground us both, because it's important when I'm in these kind of high frequency energies. Like, I need to get, I get really excited. I had something like that recently where I was just really excited to talk to somebody. That's like, I had 2 big rocks beside me to pull me down, basically. So do you know what I mean? But it's sometimes the person's really nervous, you. So just know it's all very, yeah. I try to make it as comfortable as I can, but I can't help that I am very intense. So just be aware of that. Like, I feel it comes across in here too. But it's a wee bit more intense because it's 1-to-1. So it's time to be, and basically it's not uncommon for people to cry in my sessions too. So let it out. It's time to be your whole self. The parts of yourself that have had to be left behind are now ready to return. This is a time to stop playing small and step back into your greatness. If you feel something or someone has pushed you away from your most authentic self, so for masculines that would be the karmic energies, romantic and otherwise, and feminines, you will have already went through that too. And some of you that are a bit near the journey, or you know, not near the end of it. But again, even if you think you're near the end of it, how do you know? Like I always say, I'm putting out these readings and healings for people too, but it's all timeless. Nobody really knows. So just be aware of that. The power of magic is guiding you to take the reins back in your own hands. Don't let anyone or anything stop you from being who you were born to be, divine masculine. Let your voice be heard, let your gifts be seen, let your power be revealed. Wow, I love it. Look at the community tab. I pulled cards last night out of that wee quirky deck, and it had something about being a leader, a new world being born, and it had something about it. The time is now. The time to act is now. And I was like, whoa, because that was for the masculine. And the new world being born or whatever is obviously the new earth. And that's why, because basically they were showing me those cards and we're talking about Avatar, and I was half asleep. So I just quickly wrote it down on my phone. Wait a minute, I'm going to see that. Let's see what I actually did right. Oh, and it was free as well. I send, guys, what the fuck, right? Look. Can you see that says anyway, it says free, right? And free is Ascended Masters, and I'm using the Divine Masters Oracle, which I only got yesterday. It's too funny. But oh shit! And I was saying about I'm talking to the really old souls. Wow. Well, there you go then. Yeah, I am for the really old souls because I'm a really old soul. That's pretty nuts. It's kind of like I get what they're saying. It's like I've had experiences like that, when I'm either in a personal session or I find people online and they're talking to me as if I don't know as much or sometimes more than them, which again, it's fine, because do you know what? See, even when I do know more about a topic than someone that's talking to me, I'm not a dick about it. Like, I just stay quiet. But you know, there's other experiences when people are a bit kind of too in their ego, and I've had experiences like that too. But it's just you'll find people do be a wee bit quieter, but especially when I interact online, when people don't know who you are. You know, if it's, yeah, it's interesting if they don't know who you are, kind of thing. But I feel that when I'm saying that about me, this is for some of you. That it's, you know, it's, that's why I always say be humble. When I'm doing the readings, I don't assume that if this is saying about, oh, you know, because that's talking about, like, you know, let your gifts be seen. You might have already been letting your gifts be seen for quite a while, but you feel like you're shouting at an empty crowd. I don't quite feel that extreme, but for having been doing this for 10 years with people and having glowing feedback the whole time and empowering lots of people and empowering people to soar and all that, it can get quite grating at times. But I just take it with my stride now, and I feel quite excited because I really do feel that people are starting to, or they're going to very soon. Oh, somebody must be blowing bubbles out there, because there's like loads of bubbles blowing past my window right now. That feels a bit dreamy and magical. Neptune and Pisces. But yeah, it's like I just thought I'm already in the energy of lots more people appreciating how I can help and empower people. Because like I said, I'm a medium for mediums, a healer for healers, a guide for other guides, teachers. You know, it's like somewhere where you can come to de-stress as long as you trust me. And yeah, basically that. And I've got all the experience to back it up. Basically, I've helped people with loads of different kinds of issues, or I've went through it myself. That's what I mean. Like, I can help you with that. But some people just still don't know if they want to actually be that vulnerable. That's what they're saying to me. So I don't know who I'm talking to there, but it's coming through quite strong. There was right. Oh, wait a minute. I have wrote some different stuff. There was an illusion card which karmic friends and family in some cases perpetuate. Oh, wait a minute. Why have I put card? I think it's just meant to say there was an illusion which karmic friends and family in some cases perpetuated, sending masculine in a different direction. And then I've put, yes, the same story we find time and time again. I don't know what that was actually meant to be connected to something, and I can't even remember what. It was part of my dream. Fuck. Oh no, that's this bit. So I've had an interaction with one of you that's divine masculine energy. Well, all the time, quite a few of you, women and men. So basically, what the message was from that was divine masculine worried about the state of the world and impending war. Sorry, it's true, guys. We're in Aries season. Might sense how important being with the twin flame is while the world is ending for the new world to begin. Again, I'll link the post with those cards that I just pulled off the cuff yesterday, because again, that's how my guides work. It's often the ones where I just wasn't even going to do any work that day and I pull out a really important message, because again, I'm a humble messenger. I'm a bit of a weird one because I'm confident too. I'm an Aries, so that's about confidence, but Virgo's about being humble. But thank God, because I like that I know who I am. I'm integrity and I am humble. But I'm not going to sit and pretend like I'm not good at what I do. What do you want me to do? Do you know what I mean? I'm good at what I do. And you're good at what you do, and I'll help you believe it. But yeah, so that all feels very relevant. And again, like this is very like what a multitude of different people have given me different message parts of the puzzle piece along the years. But it feels like this is really very, like I said, it feels surreal. I don't know what that bit's about though. There's an illusion. I think it was in relation to one of the films that I've watched. What did I watch yesterday? It feels like it's related to one. See, even the fact that I can't remember right now, I'm just going with it. Did I point out 33 minutes as well? Ascended Masters, as I was talking about Ascended Masters. If I didn't, I've done it in my head. I think I did though. What did I watch yesterday? I watched It Ends With Us. I can't think of anything related to that. But anyway, I don't know what that's about, but yeah, it is like something. Basically, someone's got the wrong end of the stick, and then the people around them have made the situation even worse. And it's like about assumptions rather than actually just finding out the truth. So if you are a masculine, that feels like that's resonating right now, take note. not to be going too far down the route of making big assumptions, because you can really cause a lot of bother for yourself and others. Then you find out somebody actually is innocent. That's happened to a lot of twin flames. Anyway, call back all the fragments of your innocence, gifts, talents, vulnerability. Look what I've just, oh my god, I remember, I've never read this, I just got it. Vulnerability, heart, and anything else that might be out there in the universe. This is a powerful moment of spiritual awakening, and the world is here to be your witness. Welcome home to yourself. Wow. Right, let's shuffle some of these. What do we need to know about that? Resolution. Old timelines collapsing. Insights, higher self-embodiment, expression. Wow. Oh my god. That totally fits with the message, doesn't it? Wait a minute. Yeah. Old timelines collapsing. That's what's happening. That's why it feels so weird. Wow. I love God and I love my guides, guys. Wait a minute. Could you just tell me, where is the strongest collective of old soul divine feminines at in the physical? Male or female? Keep being a star, keep shining. You're illuminating others in the dark. I can't... At some point I'll explain what I mean by this comment, but literally somebody just said that to me the other day, that is exactly what I'm here to do. And they didn't actually know prior to me telling them after they said that is what I'm here to do. Because I mean, clear means bright light. It doesn't just mean light, it means bright light, but it means making things clear and clear in energy. So that person would recognise that too. But it was the way that it was said to me was that, you know, that I'm here to be a light in the darkness. And I was like, I'm here to be a light in the darkness for Twin Flames. And that person was like, no, you're here to be a light in the dark for everyone. So that's why I'm... Basically, if you see me kicking around with another channel, don't be surprised, right? And again, if you find it, you find it. If you don't, you don't. Yeah, basically. But I knew that they wanted me to do it in Aries season, so don't know. Again, I don't know how much. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about that because it's... If you find it, you find it. And I've not put anything on it right now. But I had years and years ago. And then I didn't put anything else. So where's the masculine? The feminines in hope and optimism, shining your light. Whether you're shining your light, helping a little collection of people like myself, or a little collection of amazing people, or like a bigger amounts of people, or you're not online at all and you're just helping people in your community. However it is, just keep shining your light. You're inspiring others around you, but unfortunately it attracts jealousy too. And remember, this is for an Aquarius moon, so awakening energy. I love it. Masculine, where's the masculine at in the physical? Oh, it leapt out. Guys, it's my favourite card. Shit, wait a minute. I can't believe... Oh my god. And then I pick up Heaven on it. Right, wait a minute. Heaven on Earth. You can't actually read the old time. Look at this. Wait a minute. That really does feel too good to be true, doesn't it? Wait a minute. What the fuck? Yeah. The lovers is a choice, but this masculine doesn't like... Again, I saw this clairvoyantly. That to me, I call this a dirty dancing card because it reminds me of the lift. But they ain't got eyes for other people. Do you know what I mean? But, and this is a big but, upright. That's a fiery, passionate energy. That's a divine feminine. That's a divine feminine with sass. That's a divine feminine with Venus and Aries. Yes, I am the Queen of Wands too. Except I have not got her figure. She's got cool, funky hair as well. But I don't need to have her figure. At the end of the day, I'm 40. I'm 41 in a few weeks. You know what I'm saying? And I just, again, like, look, I'm not one of these people who be like, oh, I just done something really nice for people. Do you know what I mean? I have to talk about my work, right? Because otherwise, how the fuck's people meant to know that you're good at what you do? But I am going to be one of those people right now that I'd sent flowers to my friend. And I was really excited for her to be surprised for them. Because it was specific. And again, friend, you might be watching this. You might not be. But it was because I'd remembered that that this particular flower was connected to, like, one of her people in spirit. So it just, yeah, it brought me a lot of joy. So when she actually got it and it didn't get delivered till late at night, I was cheesing. So that's, I mean, that's how it should feel when you're giving a gift to somebody that you really, like, you know, care about. It was nice and she deserves it. So basically, but it wasn't upright. It was in, so I feel what they're saying is this masculine's releasing a karmic energy because it's a Queen of Wands in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse is all the things that I said but upside down, like nasty as fuck. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll just kind of leave it at that. That is not a nice karmic energy. So again, that feels like a group of masculines that, oh, there we go, the illusion. They were pushed into the illusion, led to believe the illusion was the person they're meant to be with. And again, that can happen through your own different experiences and stuff. That, look, 1, 2, 3. I just looked at the time at 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go. What else about where the masculine's at? What the actual fuck? 78 cards are shuffled and came out again. That's the masculine making the choice for the divine feminine. Because they're in sadness and regret. This is the masculine working out. I'm meant to be with them. But they could have worked out a long time ago. And they held back for the Pentacles. They held back their passion. But now this person's got their shit together. And they're driving their ship. They're the captain of their ship. And they've got the most love ever for new beginnings. Oh my god, I titled the shorts something like that for like around this time. Well, because it's not me. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here. Don't know if I've got time to do the one for Sunday now, but thank you. And if you want to book a session, book a session. It's getting exciting, guys. See you later. Let go of the timing. This can happen whenever, but some people it's kind of not too far away, or it could be happening now. Who knows? Who knows? Let go.